Running back is a difficult position to predict in fantasy unless you can grab one of those top guys. Zeke Elliott, Saquon Barkley, Alvin Kamara, etc. It's in that spirit that I've dug up some of the under-the-radar targets for you to get at later in the draft if you're worried about spending a high pick on the position. Depending on your league's format, you may be able to wait even longer than previously thought. So let's get into it. But first, I can't talk about bargains without mentioning Amazon.com, where right now you can get Prime at a discounted rate for those who qualify, and a free month regardless of if you qualify for discounts or not. There will be 11 Thursday night games streamed free for Prime members, but maybe that's not for you. So I'll tell you what, you go through my link and purchase an Amazon Fire Stick, I will show you how to stream all your football games on it for free. That's right, free. Links in the description. Let's get back on track. At the top of this list, of course, is Duke Johnson. If you haven't heard by now, Lamar Miller tore his ACL and will miss the entire season. Thankfully, the Texans are somehow prepared for this. They acquired Duke Johnson from the Cleveland Browns, and he immediately becomes a must-start in most formats, but especially PPR, as catching passes out of the backfield is his specialty. As of this writing, there are currently 2 top-tier running backs holding out. Ezekiel Elliott, with whom the Cowboys do not appear to be making a whole lot of progress with, and Melvin Gordon. In these kinds of situations, it is imperative that you familiarize yourself with their backups. For Zeke owners, we are looking at Tony Pollard. Standing at 6 foot tall, 210 pounds, this jack of all trades was one of the top return specialists in college football the past 3 years. Originally a wide receiver, he was used in a variety of ways, and while he has some skills in various positions, he doesn't necessarily excel at any of them. Provided Dallas's offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, can get a little creative, Pollard could be incredibly valuable, particularly in PPR formats. So the Dallas situation is worth monitoring. As for Melvin Gordon owners, we're all fairly familiar with Austin Eckler. He's flashed at moments, but when given the starting job in the past, he hasn't exactly solidified himself as starting material. I'd temper expectations and take a later round flyer on him, if any at all. Josh Jacobs. Not sure if you noticed, but the Raiders cut Doug Martin. At first glance, this may not seem noteworthy, but for them to release this 2-time Pro Bowler, they have to feel pretty confident in the group they have. Spearheaded by this rookie, who has the prototypical combination of size and skill set as an every down runner. He runs with good bend, vision, and burst and can be an effective pass catcher out of the backfield or from the slot. He will be backed up by veteran Jalen Richard. Marlon Mack, yet another position affected by the retirement of Andrew Luck. With Jacoby Brissett installed as the new starting quarterback, they may lean on the run game a bit more than they've done in years past. The major factor here is that they've just recently built an offensive line that can actually protect and run block. It's too bad it happened a couple seasons too late. However, it opens the door for a breakout season from Indy's backfield. Mack came close to eclipsing 1,000 yards last season, despite only playing in 12 games. He averaged nearly 5 yards per carry and had a penchant for finding the end zone, both on the ground and through the air. He's worth a mid-round pick. Kerryon Johnson. Coming into his second year, he's primed for a breakout season as well. Considering Detroit's receiving core is nothing to write home about, we can expect a little extra weight to be put on their running game. With that being said, there are a couple of concerns. First and foremost, while he offers 3-down value, one of the biggest questions for him coming into the league was his thinner build, which raised concerns over whether or not he could handle a feature role. Worries were only exacerbated by the team's signing of CJ Anderson, whom we last remember seeing running in the Super Bowl for the Rams. Couple that with a less than stellar offensive line, that has the makings of a player you should probably wait to draft. And I mean wait. Aaron Jones. This talented running back almost became an afterthought in Green Bay following his knee injury that ended his 2018. He now returns to join a brand new offense that will favor the run game and play action passes. It should be noted that while he was playing, he averaged 5.5 yards per carry, and in 2018 found the end zone 8 times on the ground and once through the air. He figures to have an incredibly productive year, provided he stays healthy. One may want to give him consideration in rounds 3 to 4 when drafting. Tevin Coleman. One of the quieter moves in the offseason was Tevin Coleman leaving Atlanta and going to the 49ers. It's expected that he will immediately take the lead rushing spot over Matt Breida. Last year, he averaged 4.8 yards per carry and was used as a receiver out of the backfield, primarily in the red zone. This all gives him obvious value in most formats, but of course in none more than PPR. Expect him to become a safety valve for Jimmy Garoppolo as he tries to work his way back mentally from his torn ACL. Chris Carson. While the name isn't exactly a household one, Carson put up over 1,100 yards and 9 touchdowns in 2018. He also found himself recording 20 catches throughout the season, en route to a career year from the back that found him ranked 5th in the NFL in rushing yards. He will look to build on the prolific campaign and will likely be available in most leagues in rounds 3 to 4. And that will do it for this video. If you're not yet subscribed, then damn it, hit that shit and ding the bell, because I'm trying to help you win your fantasy league, and I don't want something as stupid as the YouTube algorithm to prevent you from doing so. Remember to check out the links in the description for the discounted Prime memberships, 30-day free trials, and Fire Stick, among other cool shit. I'll see you real soon. Thanks for watching.